Good morning. Today we're going to do an oil change on a 2019 Hyundai Ioniq Hybrid Blue. What we're going to need is a oil filter. So the part number for OEM is 26300-35505. I'm going to use that one today. If you choose to go with Mobil 1, it's M1104A. So I'm going to use the Hyundai one. We're also going to need a drain plug washer, part number 21513-23001. Now these ones I got from Kia, but I've gone to Hyundai and I use the same part number. If you have a strip drain plug, you'll need a drain plug. And then I'm using full synthetic 0W product. As far as tools, I got my oil catch can. This one is a 16 quart. I got this one from O'Reilly's. I'm gonna use 3/8 torque wrench, a 3/8 ratchet. I have a 17 millimeter for the drain plug. I have a 10 millimeter for the covers that cover the drain plug and the filter. I have a 80 by 15 wrench tool, oil filter tool. If you're interested in the oil filter tool, I'll link that in the bio below. It's a pretty nice kit. Let's get started. So before doing the oil change, the one thing I do is I like to put my cars on ramps. And I recommend removing the oil filter cap and setting it right here by the hood latch. One, it's supposed to be where the oil flows a little bit faster. Two, just a reminder, make sure you put oil in the engine. So once we do that, the next thing is, let's loosen this drain plug. So when you get underneath, we have this cover for the oil filter. And then if you go down over here, we have it for the engine oil. So what you're gonna do is you're just gonna remove these bolts here. Once I remove that, I'll show you how to do the rest. I already went ahead and loosened this drain plug, so we're gonna go ahead and just twist this off and hopefully don't make a mess. Let it drain. With the drain plug off, let's remove the gasket. The one thing I use is a little flathead. I put it in there and then just carefully remove it and then replace it with the new one. With the new washer installed, I'm gonna go ahead and put this drain plug back in and get ready to remove the old filter. Once you screw this in by hand, we'll come back and torque it to 25 foot-pounds. And you just want to make sure that you torque it to spec and avoid, oh shit. The one thing I recommend is, which I should have done, is wiped all that oil that was on that surface to make sure that it's clean, so when you check for leaks, you know whether or not it's on nice and tight. To remove the filter, I just put the tool right in the filter. Get the ratchet with the extension. Once it's nice and in there, just turn it and loosen it up. Now that it's nice and loose, I remove the extension from the ratchet. Just slowly turn it and let it drip into the can. One thing I do is I have a little oil pump or dispenser, what I do is I put oil on this O-ring. And then with my finger, just make sure spread it nice and evenly before installing the new filter. So with that O-ring nice and lubricated, we'll go ahead and reinstall the new filter. Once the new filter is on, I'm gonna go ahead and put on these covers here, and I'll meet you up top. One thing I did forget to mention was when you remove your old filter, make sure the gasket is intact, because if it's not, you'll be doing double gasket and that will create a leak. Also, when you install the new one, just go ahead and make sure you do it hand tight. Don't use a wrench or anything, because if you over tighten it, it's going to be a pain in the ass to take it off next time. So the next step, I'm going to go ahead and put 4 quarts of oil in this engine bay, inside the engine. I'm going to take it off the ramps. I'm going to make sure it's in a nice and leveled area, and then I'm going to recheck it. So once I'm done with this, well, I'll see you then. So after I took the Ioniq off ramps, I let it idle for a little bit. So I'm going to go ahead and clean this dipstick, so that way I could get a fresh reading. In and out. The oil is at the F, so I don't have to put it anymore. Just make sure that the oil level when you do your oil change is at the F or in between. It's at the F, no higher, no lower. And that's how you do an oil change on a 2019 Hyundai Ioniq. To reset the maintenance reminder, you're going to use this button here. You're going to go over to the wrench. If it's not on this screen, scroll up using this right here. You're going to hold OK. And there you go. Now I reset it, so next time, it's optional. O'Reilly's, AutoZone, they sell the stickers. You could put the stickers here in the window. That way you know when your next oil changes, if you don't want to use the maintenance reminder. Hope this video was helpful. Have a good day.